Ballyclare District Historical Memorial Association. European hot rod race champion Leslie Dallas and his two friends killed in an IRA gun attack. It was the 7th of March 1989 when a scene of horror and death befell the small quiet village of Coagh in County Tyrone. Another senseless IRA gun attack against 3 innocent Protestant men, at a time when the IRA had pledged to refine its activities because of bungled attacks, which had resulted in the murders of 23 innocent civilians within a year. Leslie Dallas was a 39-year-old ex-UDR soldier. He was married to Hazel, and together they had 2 children, Elaine and Alan. Leslie was a European champion in hot rod racing, a popular man and well thought of in his community. He was a mechanic and owned his own garage. His garage was a hub for local people to stop at and have a bit of crack. No one walked past without stopping for a chat. Leslie and Hazel had just returned to the garage from a shopping trip. Hazel stayed in the car waiting for the children to get off the school bus, and Leslie got out to go into the garage. He was greeted by 2 friends, Ernie and Austin, who were standing just outside the garage doors, and he stopped to have a chat with them. Ernie Rankin was a 72-year-old pensioner. He was partially blind and lived alone, but although he had no relatives, the community of Coagh always looked out for him. He loved to chat football and had a great sense of humour, and he was loved by everyone who knew him. Austin Nelson was a 61-year-old father of 4. He was a retired lorry driver, and his hobby was to make violins. He was very musically talented and had recently played his fiddle on TV. His humble nature had gained him the respect and affection from all of his neighbours. It was on a Tuesday around 4 o'clock when a stolen red Vauxhall car carrying 3 balaclava-clad IRA terrorists drove up to Leslie's garage. 2 of the gunmen got out of the vehicle and with automatic weapons started indiscriminately shooting into the garage. Leslie Dallas and Ernie Rankin died instantly. Austin Nelson, who had been shot in the back, died on his way to hospital. Hazel, who was still in the car outside the garage when the shooting began, miraculously avoided injury, as did Leslie's brother, who had been at the back of the garage at the time. The children had just got off the school bus to face a scene of carnage, witnessing the gunmen shoot their father dead, and then watch them get back in the car, cheering in celebration as they drove off through the village. The IRA claimed responsibility for the attack, stating that Leslie Dallas was a member of the Ulster Volunteer Force. They claimed that his garage was a UVF stronghold, a claim strongly denied by all in the local community. An RUC report, a coroner's inquest and a statement from the UVF confirmed that Mr. Dallas had no links whatsoever with any paramilitary group. Local residents later stated that Mr. Dallas had been targeted because of his former service with the British Army and the fact he was a prominent member of the Orange Order in the town. One friend stated, Leslie Dallas was a proud Orangeman, not a gunman. These 3 men did not belong to any paramilitary groups. This was nothing more than cold-blooded sectarian murder carried out because they were Protestant. A senseless triple murder carried out by the IRA, and yet no one has ever been convicted, no one ever brought to justice for these deaths. The family's grief largely forgotten and their questions left unanswered by government bodies whose investigations were seen to be inadequate and gained no confidence. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends of Leslie Dallas, aged 39, Austin Nelson, aged 61. Ernie Rankin, aged 72. Lest we forget. If you are enjoying our channel, please let us know by clicking on the like, share and subscribe icons below. And thank you for your continued support.